Hi everybody, this is Agnes from Sediment, and today let's talk about 5 popular debates that must die this year. I love talking about wine. From all angles, this is one of my favorite topics to discuss. However, there are few popular debates that I feel we have talked about enough, and I wish to put them to rest, because they don't always reflect the truth or actual situation. And by the way, this video is sponsored by Venezia, more on them later. I want to start by saying that you can absolutely have a specific glass for each grape variety if you prefer it that way, or like to pair your wines with specific wine glasses, or simply enjoy their aesthetics. I am not going to shame you for choosing how to enjoy your wines. However, it's important to note that contrary to claims by some glass companies, having a different glass shape for each wine style or grape variety is not a necessity. And you do not need to invest a fortune in wine glasses to start your wine journey. I have made a more elaborate video on this topic, which I will link here if you are interested. But in short, there of course are few things of importance to consider when you are choosing wine glasses. First of all, stem is a welcome feature. By holding the wine glass by the stem, we avoid warming the wine with our body temperature and keep the glass clean. I also prefer thin and clear glass as it allows me to better appreciate wine's appearance. And finally, it is important to have a large enough bowl that is narrow at the top, so you will not need to fill it to the brim while still allowing enough space for all the aromas to gather for us to enjoy. I have many different glasses at home, and I choose them based on my mood, not on the wine I drink, and I will link some of my favorite ones below. In these times when many people deal in absolutes, I want to add a disclaimer here. Everything in life must be in balance. No one will argue that we must consume food to stay alive, but eat too little and you starve. Eat too much and you risk having obesity-related health issues. The same goes with sulfites in your wine. I am not arguing that SO2 should be used without caution. I am arguing it is used for a reason, and a good reason for that. First of all, a small amount of SO2 will be present in all wines as it is a natural product of fermentation. Furthermore, under the European Union and United States laws, if the concentration is greater than 10 milligrams per liter, the label must state that the wine contains SO2 or sulfites because it is an allergen. The reason why SO2 is not your enemy but really an ally is because it not only binds to oxidized elements such as acetaldehyde, thus reducing oxidation characters in your wine, but it also inhibits bacteria. This is crucial because uncontrolled bacteria activity can not only ruin your wine by creating unwanted flavor and aroma components, but more importantly, it can lead to production of enormously high levels of biogenic amines and histamine. These can cause a variety of allergic reactions, including nausea and severe headaches, and some of them have even been described as cancerogenic. Therefore, avoiding production of biogenic amines in their wines must be of utmost importance for winemakers. The use of SO2, amongst other good winemaking practices, has shown to result in lower levels of biogenic amines in wines. Now, the best producers will work with the highest quality fruit, oftentimes hand-harvested, and maintain their wineries and equipment to the highest sanitary standards, thus being able to reduce the addition of SO2 to a minimum. And majority of top producers use levels way below the legal requirement. And even organic, biodynamic, and low-intervention winemakers will use SO2, and there is a good reason why. I think I will make a separate video on this topic because I keep receiving too many comments that simply state, age wine, it will become better, or it is undrinkable now, age it and you will see. Great wine will be great when it is young. Period. We can, of course, discuss the smoothing of tannins as wine ages and the development of more complex nose and palate as wine is cellared for years or even decades. But bad wine will still stay bad no matter how long you age it. For a wine to be able to stand that test of time and develop those tertiary flavors, it must have intensity and fruit concentration early in life. It must display a certain depth and length, and believe it or not, also balance when it is young. These are the elements that, together with acidity, body, and alcohol, will ensure that wine can actually live a long life and continue to develop into something complex and sometimes even breathtaking. Now that I have established this, great wines actually do have ability to become something more as they age. And next to the fruit flavors, will offer layers and layers of development, such as forest floor, tobacco leaf, cedar wood, and honey. And one more note before we go, don't be that person who uninvited reproaches other people for opening their wine too soon. We each have a preference for how we like to enjoy our wine, and there is no right or wrong. If someone wants to know your opinion, they will ask. Hey wine enthusiasts, it's Agnes here. I want to share with you the concept of a digital cellar. Imagine blending your wine passion with alternative investing by keeping some of your bottles in an optimized warehouse. That's what Venezia offers. It allows your wine to grow in value safely while continuously monitored on the blockchain. With Venezia, only top-tier wines are sourced directly from renowned wineries, becoming more than a collection. While you enjoy some of your fine wines at home, they ensure optimum conditions for the rest of your collection. Venezia transforms your wine into a digital asset, ensuring security, transparency, and real-time tracking of your asset's storage conditions, supporting you in a sustainable collection approach to your NFTs. Revolutionary, right? So, if you're keen to make your wine passion fruitful, hop over to venezia.com to turn your love for wine into your next smart investment. Brettanomyces, or as it is often shortened, Brett, is usually used to describe animal, barnyard, and medicinal characters in wine. It is more common in red wines, although I have nosed some white wines displaying these characters as well. These aromas used to be associated with specific terroir and even praised in certain wines. However, now it is more perceived as a fault. It is caused by quite sturdy yeast, Brettanomyces bruxellensis, and the reason it is not a part of terroir is because it can be found anywhere really. And more importantly, it can appear in wine due to a dirty equipment or improperly cleaned barrels, and lack of sanitation should not be associated with terroir. While some still enjoy small amounts of Brett and praise notes that can resemble sweaty horse and Band-Aid, arguing that these characters can add complexity to a wine, larger amounts can not only overshadow but completely take over the fruit. It can even create metallic aftertaste on the palate. Similarly, some argue that they don't mind its presence in certain grape varieties or wine styles, for example Grenache, Syrah, or oak-aged, full-bodied red wines, but will definitely perceive it as a fault in Pinot Noir. No matter if you like it, don't mind it once in a while in your wine, or really hate it, it is not part of terroir, but rather a characteristic created by undesired yeast. I'm very pleased that where I come from, rarely will I encounter people who value heavy bottles or associate them with higher quality wine. Therefore, it came to me as a huge surprise when some of my fellow students assured me that there are still markets that will expect premium wines to be sold in heavier bottles. Some markets associate a heavy bottle with luxury and especially expect it from wines priced at $50 and above. While I am happy to see that many premium wine producers have already switched to low-weight bottles, it is important that we, wine consumers, also follow the suit. The Australian Wine Research Institute has shown that 68% of the total carbon footprint of wines is due to the glass bottle and its transportation. Now, I am not inviting you to boycott your favorite Primitivo or Malbec producers, and please remember that for some producers it might take more time to switch to lower weight bottles, as many wineries still have a lot of inventory to be sold. However, letting winery know that you would still choose your favorite wines and they would not lose their trusty clientele even if they bottle their wines in lower weight bottles is a good start. Also, not dismissing other labels that already choose to bottle their wines in lower weight bottles is a choice we can all make right now. So here you go, some quite controversial topics, I guess. What wine discussions do you think we should end this year? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. One topic I do think we should continue talking about is oak aging in wine, so make sure to watch this video next.